Hello guys, how are you doing? Okay, today I'll be giving you a detailed review of the KaiOS. This is a new operating system and there are some devices in the market with this operating system. So the device that I have today is a Q Mobile 4G Plus, but I'll be only giving the software review of this operating system and not the device itself. I have a separate video for the device review. You can check that. I'll give a link in the description as well. So the KaiOS is an operating system that is said to be like just close to the Android operating system. So let's check what it has got. The version that I'll be reviewing today is, I guess, KaiOS 2.5, and let's confirm that. Okay, the software version that it is showing here is 2.1. okay, anyways, so let's start with the home screen first. Okay, for a device that has like a small screen and buttons, so this is the home screen that you will be getting with this device. This home screen is the most important thing is that this home screen is non-configurable. You cannot make any changes to this home screen. There's no option in the settings anywhere to change the layout of the home screen. So there's no issue with the home screen though. It's pretty standard, and every information that you need is there on the home screen. You have the signal strength for each SIM on the top, then there's the battery bar, and then is the time. Below you have time in a big font, then there is the day and the date, and then there is the network operator, the two network operators. On the left side you can see some icons. These are the quick shortcuts to some of the most used apps on the phone, which is the KaiOS, Facebook, Google, and Maps, and YouTube. So when you are at the home screen, you can you have different shortcuts pre-assigned to the D-pad. When you press up, you go to quick settings, where you can turn the flashlight on or off. Then you can set the brightness and switch it between levels 40, 70, 100, 10. Yes. And then there's a flight mode. You can turn on or off the flight mode. Okay, if you need to go to the next icon, then you'll have to go to all the way to the first icon and then press the down key to go to the next row. Okay, then there's Wi-Fi, data connection, and Bluetooth. And at the bottom you have the ringtones and notifications. Volume, you can slide it to change the volume, just like this, or you can simply middle click to quickly change the profile to vibration mode, then the silent mode. Okay, so using the quick menu you can easily switch between different profiles on your phone. So this one is pretty handy. If you need to make some quick changes to your phone, then this one would be really helpful. So when you press the left button on the home screen, you can access the quick shortcuts, which is the KaiOS Store, Facebook, Google Assistant, the Maps, and YouTube. Okay, when you press the right key, you go to the messages. Okay, and the shortcut on the down screen is the camera. You can quickly access the camera using the down key. And on the home screen, pressing the middle button on the D-pad will take you to the main menu. And on the right soft key you have contacts. It's taking some time because I have more than 1500 contacts in the phone. Okay, and on the left soft key you have the notifications. If you have any messages or calls or any other notifications, then those would be shown over here. Let's change the profile back to normal. Okay, that's it for the home screen. So the home screen is nothing fancy, but it's useful and effective, so there are no complaints about the home screen. Okay, on every phone you need to lock the keypad, and the locking mechanism on this device or maybe OS is that you need to long press the star key, and then the device will get locked or unlocked. But the issue is that the duration for this key press, the star key, is a little bit longer, so it's really annoying. You have to wait for 3 to 4 seconds before the keypad is locked, or 3 to 4 seconds before the keypad is unlocked. So I guess the old methods of using 2 keys on many phones was much more convenient. It was easier, and it took absolutely no time. So every time you need to lock or unlock the phone, you'll have to just press the screen and then wait for the screen to get locked or unlocked, so which is for me a little frustrating, because 3 to 4 seconds is a lot of time for a keypad to get locked or unlocked. Likewise, from the home screen you can switch your profiles quickly using the hash key. So once you press the hash key, it will switch to vibration mode and the phone will vibrate, and there will be a small notification on the screen as well. But when you press it once again, it goes to complete silent mode. But the issue is that there is no indication on the screen, so you will have to just guess it from this small icon on the screen, and you press it one more time and it takes you back to your normal profile, and again there is no indication this time. Okay, one more thing is that the star key lock works only on the home screen. So if you are in any other menu or any other screen other than the home screen, this star key combination will not work. And if you want to lock your phone, there is no separate key for locking on the phone, so the only option that you have is to quit your current application or the window and then go back to the home screen and then lock the phone. There's one workaround for this, which is that in the settings you can ask the phone to lock the screen, lock the keypad as soon as the screen turns off. So in that case, when the screen turns off, your keypad gets locked automatically, and then you don't have to worry about locking it, though you'll still need to long press it for 3 to 4 seconds to unlock the keypad. Okay, there's one more thing. When the keypad is locked, then this is the screen that you get when you press any of the keys on your phone. So if your keypad is locked and you just want to have a look at your phone, just to look at the signals or see if there's any notification, or just to see what's the time, so all you need to do is press any of the keys and the screen will light up and you'll be able to see all the information that you need on the screen. The good thing about this is that there's no there's no notification or no extra window that shows you that This is the way you have to unlock the phone. There's just a small line on the bottom of the screen which is very non-obtrusive, and you can always view the time, the signals, and your network operator, etc. So if you want to see any of this information, all you have to do is press any of the keys, and you'll be able to see the information. Unlike some other old phones where it told you to press first this key and that key, and that message usually obscured what was the time, or how much was the signal reception, and things like that. So this is good. When your phone is locked, just press any of the keys and you'll be able to see the time, the signals, the battery, and your operators, anything. So this is something that I really like about it. Okay, let's look at the contacts, since these are easily accessible using the right soft key. So in order to access the contacts, all you have to do is simply press this right soft key. Okay, the contacts are displayed in this form, as you can see on the screen. You'll be able to see only the names and not the numbers. There's no option in the settings that I can find to display the numbers as well. So if you want to see a number for any of the contact, then you'll have to, I guess, press this select key, and then you'll be able to see the number for that contact. So I guess there's no limit for how many contacts this phone can save. At this moment I have about 1500 contacts in the phone, and I don't see any warning or anything like that. Also, there's no option anywhere in the settings where you can see how many contacts are saved in the phone actually, and how much memory has been used and how much is free. Okay, on the left side you have a button that says new. So once you press it, it will ask you where you want to save the new contact. Should it be in the phone memory, or SIM1 or SIM2? So when you select the phone memory, it gives you the first name, last name, phone number, email, and that's it. I guess there's no other information that you can add, although you can add a picture. Yeah, you can add some information as well, but usually that is not necessary, so that's not visible. So when you are saving a contact in the phone memory, you can save a lot of information about the phone. Let's see what options do we have when we want to save a contact in the SIM memory. Yeah, as usual, as expected, you only have the option to save a name and a phone number. So let's see how many characters it can save. I guess it depends on the SIM as well. So okay, so that's it. It's not adding any more characters. So let's count these: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 14. You can have a name up to 14 characters long, and then the phone number. So I'll just cancel it for now. Okay, let's see if you want to search for a contact. I don't see any option to search for a contact. Neither it is taking me to any specific contacts when I am pressing the keys. So I guess there should be an option to search for a particular contact. Maybe it's at the top. Yes. No, that's not good actually. If you are somewhere in the middle of a 1500 contacts long list, then you'll have to scroll all the way to the top to go to the search bar. It is really confusing because it shouldn't work like that. Your search bar should be accessible like always, or at least it should be there in the menu. So if you want to search for a contact, you'll have to scroll all the way to the top, because even if you close it and then go back, then it's resuming from the same contact which you had selected the last time. So in order to search for a contact, you'll have to go all the way to the top, because even if I long press any of the keys, so there is no option to go to the top or go to any particular contact starting with a certain alphabet. So you'll have to like scroll all the way to the top to search for a contact, which is really annoying. So these are the small things that this operating system really lags behind, in which this operating system lags behind, and it needs work on. So let's see how many options, what options do we have when we select a contact. Okay, let's look at the search bar. Even if you manage to get access to the search bar, there are some issues with the search bar. For example, I want to search for a particular contact. Let me type its name over here, D. So it has started showing me all the contacts that start with a D. The next word is A. You see, I'm typing the third letter E, but it's automatically deleting it. Let me do it once again, D, A, E. Okay, as you can see that it has again deleted it, the third letter for some reason. Let me type it again. Let me try the fourth letter. Okay. Okay, again has deleted the character for me. So it's a software bug, I guess. Sometimes you'll have to type the character more than one time. Okay, let me let us see this contact. Let me select it. So you can see that you have the name, and then you can see the phone number. You can message the contact, you can call it directly. Let me press on the message. So it will just open the message editor with the contact name selected. Let's close it. So in the options, we have only 3 options: to edit the contact, to share it, and to delete it. When I press on the share, I have 4 options: email, WhatsApp, messages, and Bluetooth. Let me select messages to see if yeah, it has converted it to MMS and then attached the contact as a VCF file, which is really not helpful, because usually you need to send the contact as a text, because it's accessible on every phone, even if it is old one. So this is not actually exactly what we want, so I'll just discard this message for now. I just deleted the contact and converted the message to SMS. Let's close it for now. So I guess there is no way you can just send any contact as a text message to anyone via WhatsApp or SMS. So the only way is you have to remember the phone number, write it down somewhere, and then write it down again in the messages. So when you edit the contact, it's just pretty simple. You can edit the name and the phone number. Let's cancel it for now. Okay, you can, I guess for email, WhatsApp, the story is the same. It will send it as a VCF file and not as a text message. let's see what we have got in options. When you select any contact and press options, you can edit the contact, you can call it, you can send a message, you can share it, again the same story, email, WhatsApp, messages, or Bluetooth. And you can delete multiple contacts. Once you hit delete, it will give you an option to select all contacts, and then you can simply hit delete to select the contacts, or you can select individual contacts, select or deselect individual contacts using the select button in the middle. Okay, so after delete you have move contacts option, where you can move contacts between different SIMs and the phone memory. You can copy contacts, and I guess then there is the universal contact settings. At the top you can see the phone is asking you which from which memory do you want to see the contacts. I have asked it to show the contacts from the phone and the same memory as well, so I am seeing all my contacts. You can sort the contacts, you can set speed dial for the contacts. You can select emergency contacts, up to 5 contacts, those that would be used in case of an emergency. Then you can import contacts, you can export contacts, and that's it. So that's all. These are all the options that you have for the contacts. Let's see what we have got in import contacts. Let's see from what sources you can import contacts in this one. Okay, the first one is memory card. So if you have a VCF or multiple VCF files on your memory card, you can import those to your phone's internal memory. And then you can import contacts from your Gmail account. So this is really good. If you have a lot of contacts, then you can just select it, and it will take to your take you to your Gmail account settings, which you can authorize KaiOS to access your contacts, Google contacts, and then it will import them for you. I have already imported my contacts from Gmail, although the process of importing was a little bit slow. It was on the average importing at the rate of I guess 2 contacts per second. So if you have a lot of contacts, then it is going to take you a few minutes for the contacts to get imported to the phone completely. And another thing is that it doesn't give you any option to like replace the previous contacts or give you any warning that the contacts would be added as a duplicate. So if you are importing the contacts multiple times, it will keep on adding the contacts, I guess, and you'll end up having duplicate contacts on your phone. Likewise, you can import from Outlook. I don't have any Outlook account, so I did not try that one, but I did try Gmail, and it successfully imported about 1100 contacts from my Google account. Likewise, you can export contacts as well, but there is no option to export to Gmail or Google. So the only options that you have is to export to Bluetooth and the memory card. So that means that your contacts you won't be able to sync your contacts to Google account. You can only import them from the Google, but you won't be able to export them or to save them to your Google account. So it is really not good, because if you have contacts added to your phone and then you change your phone, then you'll have to do the process manually, which results in some duplications on your Google account server and things like that, and it's not very convenient. So this is all about the contacts. The contacts app is pretty simple. It doesn't have any bells and whistles, but it does the job effectively. so there's nothing to complain about here. Also, as for speed dial, you can simply press a button on the home screen for a few seconds, and if there is a speed dial assigned to that button, that number, then that contact would get dialed, and if there is not, then it will ask you to add a contact now, which is really good. So you can assign speed dials to your phone keys on the go. But there's one more thing that needs to be noticed here, that you can only add speed dial from your phone memory. So there's no option for you to add the numbers to the speed dial from your SIM card memory. So if you want to add a speed dial contact, you'll have to first copy it to your phone memory, and then the phone will pick it as a speed dial. Okay, so 2-3 really important things missing in the contacts is that you cannot see how many contacts you have on your phone, you cannot export them to your Gmail account, and you cannot send any contact to any other person as a text message, as a text, and there's no way you can copy a contact or a phone number and then paste it separately in the messaging app. So these are some of the things that really should be there for a phone that tries to call itself smartphone or close to smartphone. So these things should be there in the context, because they are really essential, and at least I use them daily. So I guess these should be included in this OS in future. Messaging. Now let's have a look at the messaging app. You can access the messaging app by simply pressing the right button on your D-pad. Once you press it, then it will take you to the messaging app. The good thing is that it remembers the last selected message. So if I close it and then go back, then it will take me back to the same message. On the top you can see that it is showing how many conversations you have. This messaging app supports conversation mode, so all the messages from a particular contact, they are in a same thread. So it is showing on which conversation you are. I am now at number 1. So on the left side you have an option to write a new message. Let's see what we've got there. In the to field you can simply type a number or a name, for example DAE. Oh, unfortunately it's not searching. No, it is searching, but it took some time. So it can search based on the name. Let's see if it can search based on a number as well. Let's see if we have any contact with the number 100 in it. Okay, so it's searching on the basis of number as well. So you can search by name and number both, but there's no option to send messages to your previous, to the contacts you have sent messages previously, or you cannot send any message to a contact in your call log. So if you really want to send a message to in the messaging app, if you want to send a message to any contact from the call log, then the only option that you have to use is either to just go to your call log and then send a message, or save the contact and then send the message from this application. So in the center you have the enter button. Okay, pressing it will simply take you to the next line, and the message box only supports 4 lines maximum at the moment. So you can simply just start typing the message over here. Now let me just type one sentence for you without checking if any mistake has been made or not, so that will give you an idea of the software lag and the keypad performance of this phone. Okay, the keypad does lag a little bit, and the typing does lag a little bit, and sometimes it misses keys, so you need to get ready for that as well. So I guess because of the limited RAM of this phone, the software does lag, and sometimes it doesn't register the keys, so you'll have to type a few characters once again as well. Okay, once you have let's say a number and the message ready, let's, for testing purpose, let's just try this one. You can add multiple contacts over here. Let's click on add, and then it will take you to your contacts application. So let's see what options we have before sending the message. You can add a subject, attachment, save as a draft, or just cancel the message. When you add an attachment, it will obviously convert it to MMS, and also from here you can add contacts. So if you want to add a contact as a VCF file, you can add that from here, then it will convert to an MMS, and you can send the message. Sending the message is really easy, and the good thing is that it's just one click to send the message. It's also showing here which SIM would be used to send this message. So whatever default SIM that you have, that would be shown here, and if there is no default, then at the time of sending message, it will ask you which SIM do you want to use for sending this message. So the message interface is really simple, although there should have an option to insert like some templates or contacts as a text message, but unfortunately that's not there. However, there's one good thing, that if you write a message to someone, like if you just add a contact over here and then type a message over here and save it as a draft, then both the number and the text message, they are safe in the drafts, and you can access them later. Some phones do not allow this contact to be stored when you save a message to the draft, so the contact is lost. But here you can simply type a message for someone, then keep it over here, and then just later open it and just hit send to send it whenever you wish. Okay, so let's get back. It just told me that it's discarded the message for me. That's okay. So let's see what options do we have when we are in the conversation view. Okay, I can delete the thread. I can create a new contact if that number has not been already saved on my phone. I can add it to an existing contact. I can select a thread. So now it's giving me an option to select multiple threads. I can select all, or I can also choose. I can also select individual contacts, individual threads based on my choice. Let's go back. The options. I have the search option, but the search option is only for the contacts. Okay. So you cannot search in the message text. For example, let's say I have this text UBL over here. Let me see if it can search for that. Okay, didn't find anything. Let's try for this contact, that's 8258. 82. Okay, it found 8258. So it can only search for the contacts. The last option was settings. This is basically the overall settings of the messaging app. Delivery reports for text message, delivery report for MMS. So that's it. There's no specific option. There's no special option, just some options related to the downloading of MMS and the network, etc. So I guess that's all for the messaging app. It's pretty simple. It also lags a lot of functions that Android has, but I guess it's okay for day-to-day usage, and it would easily fulfill the requirements of an average user. Okay, let's look at the main menu. When you press this center button on the D-pad, it takes you to the main menu of the phone. You can change the layout of the main menu. You have three options basically. You can have a list view just like this, or you can have a single view where you have only one icon showing on the screen like this, or you can simply have a grid view, which is the most convenient as it's the most easy to navigate using the minimum number of key presses. So here you can also see a dot that is showing how many screens are there in total and on what screen you are there at the moment. So I am on the first screen. You can move the icons around as you wish. So the ones that you use most recently, you can place them on the top, because the menu does not remember its position. So if I am on the third page and then I hit end key, and then if I go to the menu once again, it takes me back to the first icon on the first screen. So you might consider placing all your favorite icons on the first few screens. Okay, as for the navigation on the phone, there's no back button, so the right key is used as a back button. So once you press it, you go back one level. So if you are really somewhere deep in the phone's settings or an application, and if you want to go to the home screen, then you can either go to the home screen by pressing this multiple times, 4 to 5 times, or you can also go to the home screen by pressing it about 4 to 5 seconds, which is really annoying, and 4 to 5 seconds are a lot of time just to wait to go to the home screen. Okay, so there should this red button should have given access to the home screen just by one click, or there should be a back button, but this is not really convenient. You have to keep pressing this back button if you want to go back. Also, this is used as a C key when you are typing messages. So if you are writing a message and if you want to go to the home screen, then the only option that you have is to like delete all the characters and then press it once again to go back to the home screen. So this is the only button that you have. You can use it, you will have to use it to delete characters, to go back to the menus, and to end the call. So this is the multi-purpose button on this phone. And there's no support for multitasking of any kind in this phone. If you are using an app and you need to go to another app, then the only option is to quit the current app and then go to the second app. Also, there is no option to copy or paste text anywhere in any interface in this phone at the moment. Maybe a future update might have that, but at this time you cannot copy or paste text in this phone, the messaging app or WhatsApp or browser or anywhere. When you long press the power button, you get this menu. The phone vibrates, and then you get this menu from where you can clean up the memory, you can lock your phone, you can restart it, or you can power off the phone. Also, you can search for contacts directly from your home screen, but based on the numbers only. For example, you can search for contacts that have these digits in them, but you cannot search for names. So even searching by number is a lot helpful, because you can just remember a few digits of the phone number and then call them directly without going into the contacts menu. Okay, let's go to settings quickly. As soon as you open the settings, it will take you to the last menu that you were using. So it does remember your last selected option in the menus, which is um, a little bit helpful. Okay, let's start from the device. You have device information. Let me change the brightness a bit because I guess this is not easily visible. Menu, settings. Okay, device information, model, software version, software update, OS version. Yeah, here's the OS version actually that I was looking for when I started this video. So the actual OS version is the one that I am reviewing is 2.5.1. This is a MAC address. The IMEIs, there should be a Bluetooth address as well. The Bluetooth address, I guess the Bluetooth is off, that's why it's not showing. So this is a basic information about the device and the software. Also, you can reset your phone from this menu. Once you click reset, it will give you certain options, the usual stuff, nothing new. Okay, in the device information, okay, I checked all this. Downloads is simply your downloads folder, like all your Bluetooth incoming files or downloads from your browser, etc. They're all shown here. Okay, this is the only place where you can see the battery percentage of your phone. So at the home screen you can only see the bar, but if you really want to see how much actual battery you have, then you'll have to go to settings, device and battery. So once I click on it, it's showing me the current level. It is giving me an option to turn on or off the power saving mode. In the power saving mode, all the data network, the Bluetooth, the Wi-Fi, etc. is turned off, and I only have the GSM reception. Okay, it gives you an option to turn on the power saving mode automatically at 5, 10 or 15% battery, or to never turn it on. Okay, that's it for the battery. Accessibility, it will invert the colors for you, but it's really not helpful and strange colors. So let's turn it back. The backlight, even if I turn it off, that makes no difference. I don't know what this option really means. The large text option, you can make the text larger. As you can see, the text has increased in size. Let's continue with this one, because I guess that would be easier for you to see. Captions, mono audio, speaker balance, useless thing because there's only one speaker on the phone, but maybe it's helpful for the headphone jack. Yeah, the keypad vibration will simply turn on the vibration. So each time you press a key, the phone will vibrate. So I'll not turn it on just to save the battery. Nothing special. Okay, that's all we have in the device menu. Let's see what you've got in the accounts. Okay, in the account section you have your KaiOS account, which you can simply configure by giving it permission to access your Google account. You have the anti-theft option, which this one is really good because once you turn it on and just link your account with it, you can simply lock your phone or erase data from it or get its location. I'm not sure about that, not sure about the location thing, but the first two things that you can definitely do through a web website. So if your phone gets stolen or something, then you can simply log in using that web address, and you can perform some operations on the phone. So it's a good thing that it's built into the phone. So this is the website basically where you'll have to go if your phone is lost or stolen. It's services.kaiostech.com/anti-theft. It's a good idea to write it down somewhere in case you need it. Okay, let's go back to the settings again. The next work is the next one is network and connectivity. You can turn on or off the flight mode, mobile network and data. What you have got over here is, yes, you can change the network settings for your sims over here. So if you go over here for sim 1, you can change the network type. For this device only supports 4G on sim 1. So the interesting option here is the 4G only option. So if you are using this device for internet only, then this option is really helpful, because it will make sure that you always have the best speed. But please remember that if you select this option, then you won't be able to make any phone calls, because the phone does not allow you to make any phone calls, audio calls, when you are in the 4G only mode. So when you actually make calls, the phone switches back to 3G or 2G. So if you want to use this device as a Wi-Fi access point, then this option is really helpful. You just keep it on 4G, and the other options are the usual 2G, 3G only, 3G preferred, 4G only, and automatic. I'll keep it on automatic. The same options for sim 2. Then you can turn the data connection on or off, data roaming. Okay, the Apn settings is one of the most important settings, and it's also here. You can select access points for data, messaging, which is MMS, AGPS, tethering, IMS, I don't know what that is. So Apn settings for sim 1 and Apn settings for sim 2. I am currently using Zong sim, so I have already set my Apn settings for Zong. So I go to data settings and then Zong internet. You can simply go over here, then add an Apn, add a name, add an identifier, and that's it. And then go back and select that Apn, and you're good to go. Apn settings, that's it. So there's a Wi-Fi option. You can simply turn Wi-Fi on or off, Bluetooth on or off, geolocation. Sim Manager is your sim toolkit actually. Okay, no, I'm sorry, that's not the sim toolkit. Sim Manager actually asks from you what sim do you want to use for SMS, what for calls, and what sim do you want to use for data. Then you can set a sim pins, etc. over here. Okay, then you can set the sim names over here also as well. So you can name your sims for easy identification, and when you are making calls, then that name would be shown over there instead of just the network operator's name. You can also tell the phone to ask you every time you make a call, or ask you every time you want to send a message. So as for sim options, these options are great, and there's nothing that you can ask for more. I think we have some more options as calling. So it's, I guess, basically the network settings where you can set up call forwarding and call bearing and some other stuff like call waiting, etc. and VoLTE, I don't know what that is, but for a simple phone like this one, I guess that's not needed. Internet sharing is basically your what you call that, hotspot. You can use this phone's internet on other phones. You can make some settings over here. Name, set a name, you can set a password, and that's it. So there's no other option. You cannot set any limits on the data, how much data anyone connected to the phone can use. So but this is important option. You can simply come over here and turn the Wi-Fi hotspot on, and your 4G connection would be shared with other through a Wi-Fi connection. Okay, so the next option is personalization. That's the usual stuff: sound, volumes, and tones, ringtones, etc. Vibration, you can turn it on or off. Then other sounds like camera sound, dial pad sound. Okay, then the display, you have wallpaper, brightness, screen timeout. You can set it 30 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5, 10, or to never time out. This is the option I was talking about initially. You can keep it on. If you can turn it on, and then you won't have to lock your keypad. As soon as your screen turns off, your keypad would be locked as well. So search, you can set your search engine. Notifications, okay, it is telling you whether you want notifications on the home screen or not. Then it is giving you an option as to what applications are allowed to show notifications. You can change individual settings over here. Okay, you can set the date and time. I have set it to auto sync, so every time I take my phone's battery out and put it back, then it will set my time automatically if I am connected to a network. You can set out time format. You can tell it to show or hide the clock, and that's it. Languages, it supports 4 languages: English, Urdu, Farsi, and Arabic. Okay, input methods. You can turn on or off prediction from here. Then input languages. Okay, that's it for personalization. The last option is privacy. You can set a screen lock. Yeah, the screen lock, and app permissions. Simple information about KaiOS, and then there is a storage option where you can clean up your internal storage. USB storage enabled means that you will have an option to access your phone's memory, internal memory, and the memory card when you connect a data cable to the phone. It is showing how much memory is used by media, how much has been used by the applications, and stuff like that. So that's all for the options. So options are like nothing special, nothing too much, but they are straightforward and they do the job, I guess. Although I can see that there's not much customization possible. Like you cannot change the buttons on your home screen and some other stuff that is there on Android. So that's it for the settings. Okay, this phone supports WhatsApp, but I informed you people earlier that this WhatsApp only supports voice messaging, no voice calls and no audio or video calls. So you can only send a voice message or you can only send a text. You can send files via Bluetooth, via WhatsApp. You can see the status and you can set a status. So that's all this WhatsApp can do for you. Let's go to the calendar. Okay, the calendar app is pretty standard. It allows you to sync your calendar with Google, your Google account. You can add events, you can set reminder, etc. as well. So the calendar is pretty okay. Okay, here's the clock. In the clock you have an alarms option where you can set unlimited number of alarms. You have a timer, you have a stopwatch, the pretty standard stuff. Music player is not so good. You cannot make any custom playlists. It will search for all your music on your phone and then arrange it as it likes, and you'll have to go with that. You cannot add any make any playlists or play any particular folder on your phone. The rest of the options are pretty standard: repeat, shuffle, etc. And the music player does support playing back in the background. The calculator is straightforward. The file manager is okay. It allows you to copy and paste files and move files around on your internal memory or memory card. The gallery is straightforward as well, but there's one option with the gallery that it won't read files more than 2 or 3 MB. So if there's a big file, then it won't be visible in the gallery, and it will give you an error that the file is too big to be shown. Okay, this is the call log actually. So at the top you have tabs like all, missed, dial and recent. In the options you can simply see a call information for a contact, or you can send him a message, or you can edit the call log where you have an option to select multiple entries and then delete them. Okay, so nothing special in the call log. There are no settings, just your usual call log and the option to delete the entries. If you already looked at the contacts, so okay, this is the store. Let me quickly show you around the complete KaiOS store. There are just a few, like just about 100 or 150 apps, so you can have a look at all of them within 4 to 5 minutes. Most of the apps are useless, and there are ads in the apps, so just forget that you will be able to install any custom apps or any high-end applications on this phone, on this operating system. So it's just even the old Java phones had more apps and more useful apps than this KaiOS. So it's taking some time to load. I guess I have a slow 4G network. It's just stuck at 70. Okay, it's loaded. It's asking me to update some apps which I don't want. This is the recommended apps section. Let's ignore it. So in the social you have only WhatsApp, Facebook and TweetFit. That's it. You have games. There are a lot of games so to choose from, but playing games on this screen is not something very enjoyable. Then you have utilities. Okay, let me start it once again. Okay, utilities. Yeah. Okay, let's go to lifestyle. The apps that you have already installed, they are showing with a tick mark. Okay, all of the apps are free, but they have ads in them. In the news we have these apps. Okay, entertainment. Okay, that's it for the entertainment. Health, sports, books and reference. Okay, that's it. So you can go through the whole Play Store within a few minutes, and that's all you got. So the camera interface is pretty simple. These are all the options that you have: self timer, grid, go to gallery, modes, front or rear camera, and that's it. Nothing extra, nothing special here. The browser is also simple. It does support Flash and YouTube videos, but it's a single tab browser, and most of the websites that you open over here, you'll have to like keep scrolling because there is no way to scroll a complete page using the keypad. So D-pad is the only option that you have to scroll the pages, which is really a little bit frustrating. So not good for browsing. You cannot install Opera. UC browser is available, but that's also like a limited version of that or something like that, because even that does not allow scrolling and things like that. So the browser is just simple, straightforward, nothing special, not a great browser at all. Twitter is there, but it's browser based. The email is good. You can add attachments. You can set the sync frequency. How long do you want to sync the email and stuff like that. These are some of the apps that maps. The GPS performance is very low. It doesn't work indoors. When you open the map, you can search for a location. You can see the map. You can see your position on the map. You can get directions, but no voice guided directions, only screen based. Like it'll tell you where to turn, and that's it. You have map layers where you can see the traffic and satellite view, etc. And some usual settings, nothing special. So maps is not great, but it does the job. YouTube, yeah. The issue with YouTube is that the same browsing issue you will have to scrolling issue. You will have to just keep pressing the D-pad to scroll down. The keypad has not been used. The extra keys could have been used for scrolling, for easy scrolling. When you are in the YouTube app, There is no way you can see your signals or the time or what network you are using, and if you have a call or messaging, there's no multitasking support of any type in this phone. So if you have a message while you're on YouTube, you'll have to quit YouTube, check the message, and then come back and then search for that video again, or go to history and then open that video. So really not a good or convenient solution. When you open a video, it takes you to the full screen just like this. You can use 3 and 1 key for volume. Okay, these two keys, left and right, are used for going fast forward or back. That's it. Press the right key to go back to the list, and then you can go to to your subscriptions or library using this menu button on the left. Okay, you can set the playback settings, the quality, the speed, etc. And that's it. So there's nothing special. It's a browser based YouTube, so get ready for scrolling a lot if you plan to use this YouTube. So not a very great experience overall. Also, there's no option to download the videos. You cannot download the videos from this operating system. Let's just close it. If I want to go to the home screen, then I'll have to press it a few times and then go back to the home screen. So I guess everything has been covered by now. There are some apps you can download, but nothing special. So there's no way you can compare it to Android. It doesn't have even 1% of the apps that you have on Android, or even 10% of the customizations that you can get on Android. So don't think that you will be getting a smartphone experience on this operating system, on this phone or operating system. So it's just another operating system where like WhatsApp, YouTube and Facebook works, and that too within the browser. So it's better than like your typical feature phones, but no way near or close to your smartphones of today, like iPhone OS or your Android or even Windows. So this operating system has a lot of bugs as well. It's slow, it lags. I don't know if it's because of the device or it's because of the OS, but the issue is there, and there's a lot of things that need improvement, and which I guess will take time. But the way operating systems are evolving, and that's very fast, and I don't think that this OS would be able to keep up with the speed. So what I guess is that it would be soon dead, but still, since at least you have some WhatsApp connectivity, YouTube, Facebook, etc., so the physical button experiences and the easiness of just pressing a button and making a call, that does make it better than your typical feature phones. But if you are looking for installing apps or getting smartphone experience or customizations or stuff like that, then don't even go near it. It is nothing like that. You will be disappointed, and you'll be selling your phone for a lower price later on. So as for the average person who just needs a phone, it's good for him. He can use it, but for a high-end user, it's a no-go. So I have tried to cover all the aspects of this operating system. but if I have left out something, you're most welcome to leave a comment. I'll try my best to give you a reply in time. And if you have any questions, you're most welcome to ask in the comments. And if this video does help you in making any decision about buying a phone with this OS, or if you were looking for something particular and you found it in this video, then I really appreciate if you just hit the like button, and if you can share it, then that would be great. You can give me comments, give me feedback. Actually, I just made this video in a real hurry because I'm in my village at this time and it's the evening time, and I'm really under attack from the mosquitoes, so I'm just winding it up quickly. But I guess I have covered everything, from home screen to your settings, your apps. So I guess that's all for now. I really thank you for watching this video, and I hope that I'll be back and I'll be seeing you in another video. Thank you so much.